Welcome to Elite Expert Insider Podcast, where we will inspire, motivate, and educate entrepreneurs, innovators, and growth seekers. Brought to you by Elite Online Publishing, making the best and brightest in the industry #1 best-selling authors. 80% of people say they want to write a book. We're assuming that's the same for you. If so, contact us at www.eliteonlinepublishing.com and make your book a reality. Hey, Melanie Johnson here with another great podcast with Jen Foster, my business partner. How you doing, Jen?
It's a great day today.
Great day to learn, be inspired. We have a woman CEO today that has had a business, family-run business for over 20 years, almost 30 years, and been successful. We're going to learn some secrets of how to have that sustainability, as well as her business is a travel company, and we're going to learn some great travel tips as well. So, not everyone, most companies die within the first 5 years. So we want to find out what they've been doing to make it better and what it's been like being a women business owner and going through those challenges. But before we get into all that info, we want to remind you we have something really exciting that we're now available on your Amazon Alexa. I don't want to say Alexa too loud because she's in my house. So you can listen to our podcast by just saying, Alexa, play the podcast Elite Expert Insider, and we come up with the latest episode. That is so cool. I'm super excited about that. And also, you can find us still on iTunes and Stitcher Radio to listen to us in your car. And being a publishing company, we want to tell you to write it down. We have a write it down journal available on Amazon that we believe for your business, your success, or writing a book, that you should write your goals, dreams, and aspirations down. And this is just an awesome little journal called Write It Down. Write it down every day. So get one of those, pick it up on Amazon. You can find it there under Elite Online Publishing. Write it down. So we have Jen Dunyon with us today, and she owns a company called Get Away Today. Jen has been on one of their trips. She just thinks it was marvelous, but what she was so impressed with is this business is a women-owned business, and it's been around for over 20 years, and they've been hugely successful. So Jen, welcome to our show. Thanks for spending the time with us today.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to it.
So tell us, Jen, a little bit about how your company started and kind of how you grew to be this, 28-year-old business that everyone knows the name. So go ahead and you can tell everyone the name too.
Okay, absolutely. So yes, we're Getaway Today Vacations, and it's a lot of fun. We feel like we've made our vocation our vacation here. And truly, so I'm the executive vice president here, and my parents actually, Chuck and Julie Smith, they're the president and CEO. Julie, of course, is the CEO you mentioned. They founded the business in 1990, it's about 28 years ago. And we actually went on a family vacation and had a wonderful time at the Disneyland Resort area. And we came home and my parents were like, is there a way to make this a business? Like, we have so much fun, but we spend a lot of money. Is there a way to save families money on this? And it was pre a lot of the travel companies that people know of today. And so we were kind of one of those first wholesale travel providers. And that when they came home, my mom and dad got to work. And my mom was the one who worked on contracting different with hotels, with the theme parks, kind of putting together a good package. Then my dad was marketing it to organizations. And their idea was to save people a lot of money, like it was a group vacation, but being able to travel as an individual family. So we were actually one of Disney's first contracts. And the rest is history. We really, people appreciated being able to save money on their vacation and still having that great service. And now we have over 50 employees. We're located in the South Ogden area. And our staff, we have a genuine, just a love for planning family vacations and making magical memories for people.
What a great way to make a living. You just make people happy and have good memories. And how awesome. So that tells me, so many people have an idea, right, about starting a business, and your parents came home and totally implemented it, had a strategy, and put it together and put it to work. And it did work. They did get the clients. And so tell us, now it's flooded with the marketplace, right? There's a lot of people in your space, more than when you first started, obviously. So what are ways that you set yourself up against the competition, marketing, advertising, positioning? What makes you guys different? And what have you found that's worked for your company?
Wonderful. Well, that's my part in my role in the organization. And I feel like we have to reinvent ourselves all the time. I think that's really, in today's marketplace, like you said, it is so competitive. You can't afford to rest on your laurels and think you're going to be successful. every day we're talking about what's next. How do we stay really competitive in our space? And like you said, travel, of course, is very, very competitive. So some things that we feel like set us apart is, price is important. We feel like, people appreciate a really good value. And then service. And we're a small enough organization to really care and to individualize the vacation experience for people, but yet big enough to be able to save them a lot of money. Our history helps us too, in the fact that we were the first provider doing this, and we are the largest provider to the Disneyland Resort. So those two things, our partners, they really will take the best care of our guests. And I think people appreciate that over time. But our company now, to how it was even 2 years ago, is completely different. We've really had to been able to compete in the online space. And one thing that's really working for us right now is influencers, and having different influencers talking about our brand. Where we have a brand that people enjoy talking about. Travel is like everyone's favorite thing they're looking forward to. It's the thing they want to be experiencing. It's easy to get people excited about our brand. And then where we deliver and where we take such good care of their followers or their guests, we've become a really good fit. We've developed a very competitive affiliate program where people are able to make a good living in working with us, but also, they always know that their guests and their followers will have the best experience.
So, influencers are really a trending thing to get influencers. Walk us through the process, because some people don't know what an influencer is, number one, but then it's like, oh yeah, that would be great, but how do I do it? So walk us through the process of how you did it.
Okay, great. Well, it's something that we feel like we've always kind of done it, because we've always, even when we started, Chuck's idea was to kind of sell like in bunches of bananas. It's just as much work to talk with one organization or one family. So let's talk to an organization and have them be excited about our program. So we've worked with a lot of school districts, credit union partners, and we still do. That's still actually the core of our business is, so those are one type of, maybe not the new traditional or the new influencer, but more of our traditional influencer is working with an organization, having them know that we are a partner they can trust. We're a win-win relationship. We'll take care of their clients, their customers, and that grows. But an influencer, like the new type of influencers, it's a lot of fun because they're excited about Disneyland, they're excited about travel, they're excited about our brand. So it's something that we look for people that are already kind of maybe traveling, or we're very family oriented travel. So influencers that have family or that are traveling to these destinations are a really good fit for us. And then creating that long-term relationship. Because I think that the struggle that companies can have in working with influencers is that sometimes they won't see the results that they're hoping, because it's really hard to sponsor like an Instagram post and feel like that's going to raise your business and your bottom line, because it's gone so quick. And so what we've tried to do is develop long-term relationships so that it's not just a one-time, hey, getaway today's awesome, but it's a long-term, hey, repetitive or some content that will be around for a while, so that we are top of mind over time versus just for that second.
I think that's the key right there is, a lot of times we'll say, oh, I'm just going to pay the one time to get this advertising or marketing. And you have to be consistent. You have to kind of keep that present in their minds. I think it was the first time that I saw you guys. Well, I think I saw some billboards, but I also saw a brochure in my credit union back in the day when I was thinking about going to Disneyland with my kids. And then I saw the brochure and I called, and it was the best price out there. And so then I, got to see Mickey, and we got the good deal, all because of Getaway Today. So that influencer really did boost, all the credibility for me.
Awesome. Yeah. And I think that it does give you, it's nice to know that an organization you trust trusts us also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the influencer, did you just pick someone on Instagram, or do you actually advertise with someone on Instagram and do shout outs with them? And do you do like a series of shout outs with them on Instagram?
Great question. So a lot of people find us, which is awesome, because they're kind of like yourself, that they've used our services or they've seen our product and they feel like we could be a really good fit for their brand. One example that's just kind of a fun one that kind of fell upon us is Casey Stouffer. You might have seen her Darling Twins. They're really popular on YouTube and on Instagram, but they do these hilarious videos. So she was just Googling, because it was when she was starting, and she had just made a video, it went viral. It seemed like she grew exponentially. She was thinking of going to Disneyland, and she Googled best company to go to Disneyland with, and our brand came up first. So she called us, what a fun call to get from such a successful influencer. She called, talked with someone on our social media team and was like, hey, do you do anything like this? And we're not really the company that sponsors someone to go on a vacation. We're more of like I mentioned before, just kind of a long-term partnership. But this one, we're like, hey, this looks like she's trending. It looks like a good opportunity to test. So we sent her family to Disneyland. And from when we first worked with her, she had maybe 500,000 followers on Instagram. to when the promotion started, she had like over 3 million followers already. She was growing so quickly.
Wow.
And it was so funny. After her family went, we suddenly got calls from like Tori Spelling's agent and like the Desperate Housewives or Housewives of Orange County and like all these different influencers that, you know, our brand is very like family friendly, very like discount, good value oriented. But it was funny to see like how her reach, like a lot of companies and people started reaching out to us then. But she's remained a fantastic partner. She's so down to earth. Whenever we go to the Phoenix area, we meet with her. And it's fun to have, you know, those brands that she's just made it so big. We love working with just, you know, even the neighborhood blogger, that's someone that has even a smaller reach. Those work really well for us too. We're into making sure everyone's successful. And if anyone wants to work with us, if they feel like Disney could be something that works with their audience, we'll help develop a plan that will work for them.
That's great. I love how it went, you know, that was really great advertising. You were on the beginning of the trend of her, and then look at all the referrals you got from having that exposure.
Yeah, and it's funny because some we've worked with, some we haven't, because we're really, you know, we've got to be careful with our brand is we don't want it to be perceived as like, hey, movie stars just go on our trips or something, because that's really not us at all. We have like one movie star, and then mainly it's just like the, you know, the average awesome Joe that's just saving up for their family vacation with the piggy bank and getting everyone involved. I mean, that's more our customer base, but it's fun to have had that, you know, that flair as well.
That's cool. Now, you know, businesses in general, we have our ups and our downs. And, you know, 2008, which was 9 years ago now, or more than that, that it was, you know, had that crash and burn. And maybe people weren't going on vacations as much. And even during the course of that 28 years, I'm sure you had ups and downs. What are some of the strategies that you would do to get through those ups and downs of growth and economic change?
Absolutely. Yeah, 2008 was a rough year, especially 2005-06 were probably some of our largest years in our company history. So it was Disney's 50th anniversary. So we'd come on such a high. And then after that, the travel space became so competitive. And then, like you said, the economy went down. So it was definitely a time we had to really be nimble. And I think it made us stronger as an organization. One cool thing is being a family-owned operation, it feels like every employee here is so bought into our vision, and they're excited about it, and they really feel ownership in what we're doing. So really everyone had to pull together and really had to be, you know, operate leaner. It's something that, hey, you know, things we've done in the past, we've got to be leaner. We've got to make it through these times because we're committed to all of the people in our organization. How do we make it through these? And we got creative. We had to be really aggressive. And I feel like it hasn't really changed like how we've operated since then. I feel like we're still operating a 2008 mentality in that where we're trying to be lean, we're trying to be really smart with all of our marketing dollars. We're being innovative. We're knowing that we can't, just what we did yesterday isn't always going to work tomorrow. And I think it actually made us stronger as an organization. And I feel like smarter as a consumer, smarter as a just anything. We always, in fact, my friends and I talk, we're glad we lived through 2008. It's not like we lived through a depression, like, you know, some people had it so
right,
you know, desperate, but it made us smarter with our money. It made us realize that things can change. You need to save for a rainy day. You need to make sure you're living within your means. And I feel like our company, luckily Chuck and Julie really have always been so financially sound as an organization. We don't operate with debt. We always, you know, they save for rainy days. They do all the right things as a company. And we were so appreciative because we were able to make it through those. And I think be stronger and really keep that mentality moving forward.
Yeah, I think what you hit there was the key of having that open mind and looking for those creative things, because you do know that everything's always going to change, and sometimes what worked yesterday doesn't work in the future. So
if you don't change with the marketplace, you're going to die for part of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I want to transition to the really fun part, the Disney part, the travel part. Yeah. So give us some of your best travel tips, whether it be for Disney or just a trip in general.
Oh, how fun. Okay, we love travel. This is like when we light up. Okay, let's talk about this. So one fun thing about Disney is that each year our entire staff goes down to the Disneyland Resort. We're hosted by the Disneyland Resort and the Anaheim Visitors Bureau. And it's so fun because it allows our team to be able to real life, see all the hotels that we offer, and experience all the theme parks. So when you're talking with us, I do feel like not just myself, but our whole team is really a Disney expert. And, you know, questions like maybe our most common questions we get that I can help your viewers is, when should I go to the Disneyland Resort? Like, that's always huge. Like, when's that best time? And people always want to avoid the crowds. And what we found is that, you know, it's better for people to go when works for them, because Disneyland's popular year round, and it's just, you know, we'll help you navigate whenever you travel to get the best experience. So, you know, months that are maybe a little more affordable always and a little less crowded are January, February, May, August, and September. Halloween time's huge at the Disneyland Resort, so if you like that, you can catch that in September. October's a little bit more impacted with people. The holidays are really popular at the Disneyland Resort. You can see those as early as the second week in November, and that's a really great pocket of time to visit. Anytime you're traveling, it's nice to get there just bright and early. And all of our 3-day or longer tickets actually include a magic morning that gives you an extra hour into Disneyland on select days. So maximizing your time, taking advantage of those early mornings is really popular and really advantageous. Fast passes are included with all of our tickets. A lot of people, we always recommend if you want a more relaxing, better Disney experience, it's nice to extend one day onto your stay. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go for 3 days, maybe do it to 4 days. It's not that much more expensive. In fact, your cost per day goes down, but it allows you to have just a lot more fun and experience it more leisurely. And we love the hotels at the Disneyland Resort. That's definitely a top pick. And that allows you to get in early each day of your stay to either Disneyland or Disney California Adventure. So we're all about that, maximizing your time when you're there. And we have tons of like exclusive offers because of our volume and being in business so long. You can get extra night free specials, free breakfast where the normal guest doesn't get it, waived resort fees, a lot of things that save families money. So Disneyland, of course, we send thousands of families. We're the top provider there. We would love to help you on that vacation. I just returned from Hawaii, and that's kind of my favorite destination. So if we're talking, just other travel tips, West Coast, Hawaii has been really popular, especially with Mexico having a few problems the last few years. Mm-hmm. So it's there's been some good airfare though. A lot of the airlines are adding more lift to Hawaii, which we were able to find like as low as $300 round trip tickets to Maui to Oahu. So watching for airfare and then planning your stay around the airfare is really popular and really a great tip. May and September are great months to save in Hawaii. I love where we were just at was at the Grand Wailea on the Wailea side in Maui. And I also love the Ko'olina area on Oahu. Those are just both very relaxing, and they're more deserty parts of Hawaii, so you almost always have good weather. Love cruising too. Harmony of the Seas is my absolute favorite cruise ship right now with Royal Caribbean. It is awesome. It's one of those mega ships. I could talk about travel, so you can stop me, but
keep going. I think this is
about planning vacations.
Yeah, you keep going because you have other trips besides just Disney. So yeah, keep telling us about the other things.
Okay, great. So we'll just go like cut. That's enough travel.
Yeah.
But, I love Royal Caribbean ship, the new Harmony of the Sea, and they have a new Symphony of the Sea that's actually coming out this fall. It's going to be the new mega ship, and I love being on new ships. So if you're cruising, couple tips for that. Book early because it's like the quantity just becomes lower. You very rarely get a last minute special on the best cruises. So booking early is really good, especially for Disney cruise too, because they are so popular and such limited inventory. Okay, so book early and then go for the new ship. And I always think that the newer the ship, especially with cruising, I think they can kind of deteriorate over time. They do refurbish, so look for either new or refurbished, and those are really great, the ones you're going to want to be on. There's a great Norwegian cruise ship coming off the West Coast, where we're located, a lot of our guests off the West Coast. We're super excited. In fact, we have some staff that will be attending the grand opening, the maiden voyage of that. So it's fun when new inventory, and Carnival's also committed to putting a new ship on the West Coast. So looking for those new ships. Cruising's fun because it's just such a great multi-generation trip too. So if you're thinking of going with a big group, it's nice to be on a cruise because your dining's already set for you, and that's kind of one of the harder things with the group. Other trends we're seeing in travel is celebration trips. A lot of people going for their birthdays, anniversaries, and then these multi-generational trips. When we went to Hawaii just recently, it was a multi-generation for our family. And there's just something funner when you have everyone you love at the place that you love making those memories together. So if you have family maybe scattered around the country, it's a really fun thing to be able to, instead of maybe just coming home for holidays or special events, meeting in a destination. And that's a huge trend for this year. And again, like I said, birthdays is always that. Oh, and another thing is giving the gift of a vacation for like holidays, for like Christmas and even Easter. We have a lot of people that are like, I'm surprising my kids with a Disneyland trip for Easter. And our blog kind of pulls all that together. So if you are thinking of doing a creative, either birthday trip or a surprise for family or anything like that, we've got ways to surprise your family so they still get that gift and that magic, but of course get that memory of a vacation too. So yeah, those are some of our we have tons of travel tips. So anywhere you're thinking of going, we can help you get there.
Great. And I'm sure you have videos and blog. Where can they find those?
Okay, yeah. So our website is getawaytoday.com, and we're big on social media. We on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all just that Getaway Today is the name into those. You can also call our staff, and we have a fantastic staff. They love to help you plan your vacation. We're really big about that hands-on knowledge. They've been to the destinations you're thinking of going, and they'd love to help you plan it. Or if it's easier to just text us for a vacation, you can do that. We have some people that love to talk with people. Some people just want it done really quick. So we've got something that works for everybody. We also have Facebook Lives on our Facebook, almost 2 or 3 a week. And it's really been a great interface for people to ask us their questions. And we always have fun giveaways and, insider tips that they get from those too.
Terrific. Those are great tips. Today was such a really it was like two-sided interview. We have the business side of it and the fun vacation side, which is your business. So we've got 2 great things going on here. Thank you so much for being on today, Jen. It was really insightful.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Great. Well, we'll put those links up in the bottom, and people can go to your website and get all the information they need to go on their next vacation.
All right. Thank you.
And remember to subscribe to our podcast. We'd love to have you subscribe so you get the updates of everything that we're doing. And also remember, if you have a book or your business would like to write a book, we believe every business and everybody has a book inside of them. And it's great for your business, and we have everything you need to write it. And if you want to start writing things down, a great little notebook is the Write It Down notebook. And remember, if you're looking for a publisher or somebody who wants to write a book, contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
If you'd like to create the most powerful advertising tool for your business, contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com, where we will help you create, publish, and make your book a #1 bestseller, and show you how to get new leads and more revenue for your business. If you'd like to check us out on our Facebook page, we have a free book for you as our gift. Just go and click Free Book. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment for our podcast. We would love to hear from you.